The girl knew perfectly well that her best friend could copy her answers just by making physical contact with her, yet she pretended not to notice and did nothing about it, simply because she had already altered her answers beyond recognition. Her best friend saw that all the multiple choice questions were marked with option C. She immediately sensed that something was off, but she knew how excellent the girl was at studies. She thought the girl couldn't possibly have made mistakes, so she ended up copying the girl's answers onto her own exam paper. She had no idea that she would pay a terrible price for this act. It turned out that the girl had been reborn in her previous life. No matter what she did, her best friend would do exactly the same thing and finish it first. The competition paper that the girl had stayed up all night to complete was actually submitted by her best friend first. Her best friend then walked away with the grand prize. In the final exam, their answers were identical as well, but her best friend had the audacity to report the girl for plagiarism. Even the girl's boyfriend was inexplicably stolen by her best friend. It was only later that the girl found out the truth. Whenever her best friend made physical contact with her, the best friend could hear her inner thoughts, but by then, it was already too late. The girl had been branded a plagiarist. Her best friend had even taken advantage of the chaos to push her off a tall building, killing her instantly. But no one expected that the very next second, the girl would be reborn and sent back to the day of the final exam. This exam was not only crucial for the postgraduate recommendation quota to a prestigious university, the top scorer would also receive an invitation to a gala hosted by the richest conglomerate in the country. Upon hearing this news, all the students were pumped up. Her best friend was even more determined to secure the first place so that she could curry favor with the powerful and wealthy, so she immediately claimed that her current seat was too cold. She demanded to sit right behind the girl. As she walked past the girl, she put on a pretense of encouraging her. She placed her hand on the girl's shoulder, but she never anticipated that at that very moment, the girl would suddenly awaken an inner thought modification system. The sudden turn of events scared the girl so much that she instantly pushed her best friend away. It was not until she heard the system's prompt asking whether she wanted to modify her inner thoughts that the girl realized she had also obtained a system, so she immediately ordered the system to alter her inner thoughts. She made her best friend believe that she had accidentally knocked her over. To be able to copy the girl's answers, her best friend had to swallow her anger. During the exam, she kept subtly touching the girl to copy the answers. She was completely unaware that the answers she was plagiarizing were the wrong ones that the girl had modified using the system. After the exam ended, her best friend put on a show of bragging about how easy the test paper was. She even posted a mocking message on her social media, saying the questions were so simple, yet someone spent several nights studying and still couldn't get them right, so much so that she had to copy mine. Many students guessed that the someone she was referring to was the girl. They not only showered her best friend with praises for being smart, they also made sarcastic remarks implying that the girl was a plagiarist. However, the girl paid them no mind, because she knew that the higher her best friend was lifted up by all the flattery at that moment, the harder she would fall once the exam results were announced. Soon enough, the day when the exam results were to be posted arrived. In the past, her best friend had achieved good grades numerous times by copying the girl's work, so everyone was convinced that she would definitely take the first place. But her best friend put on a humble act and said that since other students had worked so hard, someone else might end up being the top scorer. She said this all the while deliberately glancing at the girl who was waiting for the results to be announced. Egged on by her words, one of the students could no longer hold back her anger. She publicly scolded the girl, saying that a plagiarist like her could never get the first place. She even proposed a bet with the girl. This time, the girl could not contain her anger any longer. She declared that if she managed to get the first place, everyone who had insulted her would have to bark like a dog. Upon hearing this, many students immediately agreed to the bet. They added that if the girl lost, she would have to wear a sign that said plagiarist around her neck and parade around the school. Just then, their teacher arrived and posted the exam results ranking on the board. When everyone looked at it, they were left completely dumbfounded.